it is hard to answer that question actually, because I started my study actually bachelor degree in 1987 till 1991, then master 92 to 95, then after that PhD 96 to 99. Those days, Islamic finance is not hot topic yet. So of course our Bank Islam started in 1984, I think, but just one bank. Yeah, so only after that, 1994, the windows, the desk started to operate. So while I was a student, Islamic finance not a main subject for us to consider as a career. So actually my first involvement in Islamic finance actually when I came back from my PhD 2000, and my area of specialization also was not in Islamic finance actually. My master's thesis and also my PhD thesis, they were both in Islamic criminal law, in fact, comparative law between Malaysian law and also Islamic law. Of course, we learn about muamalat, we learn about usul fiqh in our study, but not specifically on Islamic finance. So when I came back in 1999, there were quite a lot of Islamic financial institutions looking for Sharia committee, and to find a Sharia committee with muamalat background, it was hard then. So Alhamdulillah, I think I started my career as a Sharia committee with Alliance Bank, together with Dr. Abdul Rahman Awang and other colleagues. And it was only a desk. It was not a subsidiary, not a window yet. Yeah, so it was only a desk, and it was quite a tough time when we started, because I do not have background on banking, and also the bankers that they know, I can say they know nothing about Sharia. So Alhamdulillah, I think it started accidentally in that manner. So Alhamdulillah, I think from that moment, we learn from each other, we complement each other in a hard way in the beginning, until we understand the other side of the coin, they understand us, and we can make decision, good discussion, and then proceed. So I think coming back to your question, briefly, it was not by design, it was by accident, but Alhamdulillah, I think this area is very interested area, then I think I proceed until today. Of course, every day is a learning day. Every day is a learning day. We need to upskill ourselves, so on and so forth. I've been involved today in quite a number of Islamic financial institutions here in Malaysia and also abroad. I did not count myself myself how many, but one day when a bank from abroad, they wanted to propose my name, and when they look at the brief CV, they said, "You have this many." So the same question asked, whether I can give my time or not. I think this will come back to how we manage our time. It is a matter of time management, but we need to give due regards to the task given to us. That is, I think, no compromise about that. Only that how you are going to manage your time to fulfill all the obligations. For me, it is as easy as in my computer, for example, I have a folder. I name it as a ongoing folder, meaning that any new task will go to that folder first. So I will know if the list is long, then I need to spend more time, even daytime, nighttime. Once I have completed, looking at that particular task, then that particular folder will be transferred to its own location in the computer. So I think it is that's how I manage. Otherwise, with the dates, of course. Otherwise, you do not know which one you need to do first, which one next. But the first thing I will open my computer. I will open my ongoing folder and see, and I need to allocate times for that. Yeah. So inshallah, I think because there is it is an amanah. We need to fulfill that. So so far so good, alhamdulillah. We because it has been quite some time we are in the industry, we know if this kind of issue, for example, we need to spend how much time on it. So the more that we are involved, I think the faster that we can read and we can find the issues, inshallah. My early days, actually, my father. My father, he has been involved in Islamic finance industry. Also not by design. If I've been involved not by design, I think furthermore, he was min as-sabiqin al-awwalin those days. But he has been the Sharia advisor to Bank Negara, so and so forth, Securities Commission. So when I was still, in my university days, I can see how he has been involved in all this. I think that inspired me in one way or another to be like him. But of course, after that, I think to name maybe a figure, maybe Tan Sri Daud Bakar, who is also a friend, but I think he is brave enough to be in this industry, full time, so and so forth. So I think, and to look into the issues from different angles. So I think this is because you asked me about a person, maybe my father, Tan Sri Daud, and also the rest. I think scholars around the world. Alhamdulillah, have been given opportunity. I'm very fortunate to be with many scholars at the international level in the same committee with them. So when we are together with them, arguing with them, it is quite a nice experience to learn from each other. Okay, so number one, ASAS is a platform to upskill ourselves as Sharia advisors. Number two, I think ASAS is also the platform to give knowledge, and therefore we have this CSA, CSP, so and so forth. So this one also it has been there for quite some time. Need revision, need also upgrades on to look at the development of the industry, maybe to review it, so and so forth. So number two is to give our knowledge, to young people, even to ourselves, through proper educational roads, like CSA and CSP. And for that also, Sharia is not only for Islamic finance. Of course, we are talking about Islamic social finance. We are also talking about extending the so-called the ecosystem of Sharia. I'm also in the board of HDC, Halal Development Corporation. So I have mooted, I think, the idea in the board that halal, which is defined today, is only related to ingredients or some services like logistic. So it is true, but it is only partly of what required from Sharia perspective. So why don't we that will proceed as it is, but why don't we look from a comprehensive perspective, end to end? So it will, accompany from maqasidic perspective. So this is what we need to promote from maqasidic perspective. Then we are not looking at the ingredient per se, but we are also looking at if they want to financial matters related to the company. If maqasid hifzuddin, how the company gives, opportunity for their staff to pray, for example, to go to the mosque on Friday, not only for Muslim but also for non-Muslim. Yeah, so when and also environment, for example. When we define Sharia in that manner, all these environmental issues, they are all within the parameter of Sharia. So, but we segmentize it according to some discipline. So I think this is the time that we come back and we put everything together and look at all those objectively and maybe to quantify them so that it can be placed in KPIs, scorecards, so and so forth. So with that, I think there are a lot that we need to learn ourselves. Yeah. So and there are a lot that we can give to the society through ASAS. So a long way to go, but and also ASAS is Malaysian based at the moment. So this is another dimension how we want to promote this to our Sharia advisors, our colleagues outside Malaysia, because as far as my knowledge is concerned, I think there is no other program like what we have in CSA, CSP. So of course, there are some revision need to be done so that it will not be Malaysian centric before we go to international. But I think it is good. Our colleagues from outside Malaysia also will be exposed to this kind of training. So this is another challenge, and I hope that we can make some progress in this, inshallah. I was the first deputy president from day one when Professor Dr. Aznan was appointed as president. I think from day one, we established ASAS together. And on that day, we do not have any staff. We do not have any budget, so on and so forth. So that was, for me, it was a sweet memory, actually. It was a sweet memory how we came from that situation. Of course, with all the helps and the assistance from Bank Negara Malaysia, through ISRA, so on and so forth. So our first office was in ISRA. Even I think those days it was in Jalan Tun Razak, still in Jalan Tun Razak. Yeah? So with a desk, provided by ISRA to our only staff at that moment. Yeah? Then after that, through collective work of the EXCO, we presented the proposal for CSA CSP. Yeah. Then it was we were given a grant from Bank Negara to develop the CSA CSP. Alhamdulillah, with that financial support from Bank Negara, CSA and CSP had been developed, and we roll out those programs, and from there we got some income. So with that, we can sustain ourselves. Yeah, up to this moment, Alhamdulillah. From one staff, and I'm not sure how many staff we have now. I think about 15, I think, staff that we have currently. It was quite a sweet memory. Of course, our president then, Dr. Aznan, worked very hard. Now we need to take ASAS to the next level, to the next level. And I think it is not the responsibility of the president alone. It is the responsibility collectively by all the EXCO members and also the members of ASAS. I always say that ASAS is ours. So please come forward to assist us. If you have any idea, please come forward. And I think we have quite strong secretariat to support the idea. I can say that, inshallah, any task given to me, I look at it as responsibility. Yeah, so we need to fulfill all those responsibility. Amanah. In short, it is we need to be al-amin, amanah to whatever assignment. When I wanted to pursue my study to Madinah, yeah, I still remember because it was a great advice from Sheikh Al-Ghannam, the counselor of Saudi Arabia in Malaysia. He said he just wanted to ask me only one thing: patient, be patient. I said, why? It is just a sabar. But when I reached Madinah, yes, it need a lot of sabar. Yeah, it need a lot of sabar. The life there was very tough. We were not, familiar with that kind of life. It is quite a regimented kind of life in the university. So sabar. Then I think that sabar is not, is very significant word that I think I need to carry that advice along my journey as a human being, as a Sharia advisor, a lot of sabar from different angle. I always say that the first verse of Al-Quran, Iqra. So Iqra means read, but of course read means to develop our knowledge. So nowadays it can come from reading, it can come from listening, it can come from observation, it can come from anywhere. But the advice is always upskill our knowledge, yeah, through various means that we have today. Even now, the PDF file, you just ask the computer to read for you. Yeah, so I think it is very easy nowadays, but we still need to upgrade ourselves with knowledge.